July 4, 2022, Earth is at Aphelion today. The 4 morning planets are visible before sunrise. The waxing crescent moon is in the west after sunset. Photo caption, Sunrise. By Jeffrey L. Hunt. Chicago, Illinois, sunrise, 5:21 a.m. CDT, sunset, 8:29 p.m. CDT. Check local sources for sunrise and sunset times for your location. Earth is at Aphelion, its farthest point from the Sun, at 2:11 a.m. CDT. At this time we are over 94,500,000 miles away from our central star. Morning sky. Chart caption, 2022, July 4th, Saturn is in the south before sunrise. 4 bright planets are visible before daybreak. Begin looking at least an hour before sunrise to find dimmer Saturn and Mars before they begin to fade into the brightening twilight. Start in the south. At 1 hour before sunrise, Saturn is about 30 degrees up in the southern sky. It is retrograding in eastern Capricornus, near Deneb Al-Jidi and Nashira. As the planet seems to move westward compared to this stellar pair, note their locations each week. A binocular is helpful. Chart caption, 2022, July 4th, bright Jupiter and Mars are in the southeastern sky before daybreak. Bright Jupiter is over 40 degrees up in the southeast and nearly 45 degrees from Saturn. It is the second brightest star in the sky this morning. Dimmer Mars, marching eastward in Pisces, is over 30 degrees up in the east-southeast and over 20 degrees to the lower left of the Jovian giant. The red planet is about 1/3 of the way from Jupiter to Venus. Chart caption, 2022, July 4th, Venus is low in the east-northeast during morning twilight. The morning star is low in the east-northeast, about 9 degrees up. Notice the star Aldebaran, 5.5 degrees to the lower right of the planet. Do not confuse Venus with Capella, the bright star 20 degrees up in the northeast. It is about the same altitude as the Pleiades star cluster, 14.3 degrees to the upper right of Venus. This display of morning planets continues for about the next 6 weeks. This morning, the Venus-Saturn gap is nearly 109 degrees. Venus quickly steps eastward while Saturn appears farther west each morning. Saturn sets as Venus rises later next month, leaving 3 bright planets. Before Saturn sets, it is visible with Mars and Jupiter. After the ring wonder sets, Venus is visible with the pair. Evening sky. Chart caption, 2022, July 4th, the crescent moon is with Leo in the western sky after sunset. This is the 3rd evening the crescent moon appears in front of the stars of Leo, a westward-facing lion tipped toward the western horizon as night falls. We see the constellation in silhouette, made from a backwards question mark, known as the sickle of Leo, and a triangle. Regulus, meaning the prince, is at the bottom of the sickle, while Dimbola, meaning the lion's tail, dots the eastern end of the triangle. The moon continues to brighten each evening. Tonight, it is 30% illuminated. Look carefully on the ground around your observing spot. The moon's light is bright enough to illuminate the ground and cast shadows. Photo caption, 2020, July 17th, the crescent moon appears near Venus before sunrise. The night portion of the moon is gently illuminated by earthshine. The moon's evening earthshine show is wrapping up. This effect is reflected sunlight from Earth's oceans, clouds, and land. While we see the moon 30% illuminated, Earth's phase is 70% illuminated from the lunar surface. Earth's reflection is diminishing as the moon's phase grows. Chart caption, Vega, Altair and Deneb are in the eastern sky as evening twilight ends. At about 2 hours after the summer triangle is in the eastern sky. Vega is high in the east, while Deneb is in the east-northeast. The 3rd star is Altair, visible low in the east-southeast. Chart caption, 2022, July 4th, Delphinus and Sagitta are in the southeastern sky near Altair. At this hour the moon is lower in the west. 2 small constellations are near Altair, Delphinus and Sagitta. Delphinus the dolphin is a tiny, dimmer constellation, but its diamond shape is easily identified to the lower left, east, of Altair. The shape makes its body and the tail curves downward. From locations with an overabundance of street lights, the pattern easily fits into a binocular field of view. The arrow, Sagitta, is higher in the sky, to the upper left of Altair. Like the dolphin, this pattern fits into a binocular. Photo caption, the Dumbbell Nebula, also known as Messier 27, is a typical planetary nebula and is located in the constellation Vulpecula, the Fox. The distance is rather uncertain, but is believed to be around 1,200 light-years. Credit, European Southern Observatory. An interesting unraveling star, known as the Dumbbell Nebula and catalogued as Messier 27, M27 on the chart, is to the upper left of the arrow's tip in the constellation Vulpecula the Fox. M27 is known as a planetary nebula. No. It's not planets in formation. Rather, it is a sun-like star in the final phases of its stellar life. Unlike heavy stars that explode and shine brightly for weeks or months, smaller mass stars sort of hiccup and shed their outer layers, leaving a hot, dense core, known as a white dwarf. Through a telescope, the dumbbell looks like a dim soap bubble. Photography captures details and colors. These are not visible to the human eye, even through a telescope. These constellations are visible during evening hours throughout summer and autumn.